Welcome to the top 10 most anticipated comics for November 27th, 2024. I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Hopefully this list does help you make decisions on what comic books to buy, because it's never too early to get that pull list ready for next week. And if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel. And if you want to become a member of my YouTube channel, super easy. Just go on to that homepage, hit that join button, and there's 3 different tiers that you can choose from, and you can get early access to videos, you can get monthly badges, you can get stickers, all kinds of great little perks. And of course, guys, it definitely helps support the channel, so it's much appreciated. All right, guys, so let's dive into this week's countdown with the book that's on the hot seat. And this one goes to Nightwing issue 120. Now, you're probably wondering, well, Mike, you read all of Tom Taylor's run of Nightwing. Why is this one on the hot seat? Well, I thought, the bad guy at the end of the book wasn't the greatest thing. I wasn't, super excited for, the person that was in charge of the weapons and whatnot. It was just, Mayor was working with this weapons specialist, and it looks like she's going to be the evil villain. And I was like, man, I kind of read all kinds of weapons from Dan Waters with Destro. I'm not sure if I'm quite on board yet, so I'm going to have to read a few more issues. This one just did not quite grab me like some of the other DC All-In titles. So again, that's why it's on the fence. This one is 32 pages for the price of $5. Now we talk about the book that's on the rise again, is The Amazing Spider-Man issue 62. Now, it's not because I'm highly anticipating it that it's on the rise. It's not because I'm anticipating it because it's almost over. I'm anticipating it because the first issue of this story was actually halfway decent, and it was better than what we've been getting from the past. And I want to see this different type of direction that Spider-Man is going through. He has these 8 lives. It's like a video game. He can't die or the whole world is going to die, and Dr. Doom has given him these responsibilities. So I'm kind of interested to see how this develops, and I really enjoyed the artwork in the last issue. So this one is legacy numbering 956. This is 28 pages, and this one is $5. Next book we're talking about is another one from Ghost Machine, and this one is Hornsby and Halo. This is issue 1. This one is done by Peter J. Tomasi. Saw this book in the preview that they had for Ghost Machine. It looked like it was a lot of fun, maybe a book that we don't take so seriously. Again, Ghost Machine is one of those things where it hasn't let me down yet, so I'm gonna really try every single thing that they release. Will I like single thing? Maybe, maybe not, but again, I'm going to try it. So I'm looking forward to this devil and angel type of situation that's going on here. And we'll see what it has to offer. This one is 40 pages, and this one is $4. Number 9, we have Hyde Street. This is issue 2. So once again, we have a Ghost Machine book. Probably in a lot of other weeks, this might be higher, but there are some really good books, I think, that are getting ready to come out this week, and that's why this one is a little bit lower. But obviously, this is a story about, about these characters that are collecting souls and are keeping a tally, and there's all these different stories that happen in each particular issue. And in the last issue, we got that one shot with this lady that was selling this powder that promises you to lose weight, and it's like this parasite that went in your stomach and was eating all your insides. So it's freaking creepy as all hell, man. And then in the first issue, you got introduced to was it Mr. X-Ray or whatnot, and a little Boy Scout kid, Pranky, I think his name was. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on in this book. Can't wait to see what this issue has to offer. 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 8, we have Green Arrow. This is issue 18. So this is the initial launch of the new creative team of this book. So if you read the last issue, not the annual, but the last issue of Green Arrow. You kind of got like a teaser story of what's in store for you. It looks like Green Arrow might be on his own in this one, and he's fighting some other bad guy that commits these horrible crimes. Looking forward to this much darker vibe of Green Arrow instead of Joshua Williamson's run. But nothing against Joshua Williamson's run. I really enjoyed it. This one is Legacy numbering 351, 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 7, we have Superman. This is issue 20. So here we go. We got Doomsday back from hell. There's another freaking Doomsday. That's what was he, a time traveler or something like that? I totally forgot who that time trapper, I think it was. Yeah, and then you got Lois, who's got like Superman's powers. So I want to see more of that, but I think she has a one-shot letting the reader know how she acquired these powers. Will these powers burn out? There's so many questions, and I'm really on board with Superman right now. And again, I am looking forward to the Doomsday stuff. Like, yes, we've seen Doomsday a billion times, but I'm always interested to see what they're going to do different with that character. And speaking of Joshua Williamson, he is the one behind this one. So Legacy numbering 863, 32 pages, $5. Coming in at number 6, we have Absolute Wonder Woman. This is issue 2. So here we go. We got a new Wonder Woman, and you got to kind of see like an origin story of her, right? And kind of where she came from, how she was from hell, how she was raised, and now it looks like that she could be doing battle against a particular monster, and that's what I want to see. I want to see more of the world that she lives in right now. What are her adversaries going to be, and how is the story going to grow? So I need to see more story progression, more world building, and things like that. So we'll see. 32 pages, $5. Coming in at number 5, Detective Comics issue 1091. Listen, 1090 from Tom Taylor was a great book. I love the little twists and turns that they're throwing in there with kind of Bruce's origin story on how like Joe Chill became, and how this new little character that was introduced is connected to Bruce's life, and how Bruce could possibly use this like medicine or stem cell or whatever it is to maybe keep him a little bit younger, right? So there's a lot of little story threads going on that Tom Taylor introduced in that issue. So yeah, looking forward to 1091. This is 40 pages, and this one is $5. Coming in at number 4, we have a new number 1, and this will be talked about on Worthy Ones for sure. It's West Coast Avengers issue 1. If you're a longtime reader like me, you know what the West Coast Avengers was. This, I'm sure, will not be definitely that series, but this could be a lot of fun as we have Ultron joining the West Coast Avengers team. But this story looks like it's about redeeming villains. How that is done, I'm not sure. But you got a cool cast of characters in here, which is Iron Man, you got Jessica Drew, and you have Firestar, which is freaking awesome, and War Machine. So you got a lot of kick-ass characters in here that I'm definitely looking forward to. Who wrote the last Iron Man series? I totally forgot. It was really good. I liked it, and he's writing this series now. It's just, if you remember, just let me know in the comments below. So I am looking forward to this one. 32 pages, $5. Top 3. Number 3, we have Feral. This is issue 8. Man, Feral is a good book. I was like, how are you going to make an ongoing story about cats in a zombie apocalyptic setting, right? Obviously, they're not zombies. These animals have rabies. It's an outbreak. All these animals are trying to be captured. Last issue had a huge cliffhanger. I'm not going to like spoil that because you're kind of like never saw that actually coming. And our cats are trying to find the ones that are missing. And then there's one that has rabies that is going after its former friends, I guess. There's just like so many crazy stuff going out there. It's just a great book. I will always recommend Feral. Love it. It's full of emotion as well. This one is $4. Coming in at number 2. Love this series. We got Grommets. This is the penultimate issue, issue 6 of 7. So there is this party that was going on at the house. It looks like a kid's gonna get lucky, and then all of a sudden there's these bullies from high school that crash the party, and then our skater bros wind up, getting in a fight. One kid gets beat up, and there's just all kinds of crazy stuff now going on at this house. And I don't know what's going to happen going forward with this, but and the end result of the whole story in general as well. But Grommets has been overall a fun book to read, and it's one of those books for me, like, I wouldn't want it to end, because it is during a time period like in my life, right? I was alive in that time frame, so it really resonates with me. I can see people that are older, right? Like Gen Z and millennials, like maybe not going through this time period, but if you like a good story, skater story, this might be for you. So 32 pages, and this one is $4. All right, guys, so remember, after number 1, we are not done, of course, as we're gonna talk a little bit about the other books, the noteworthy books that are coming out, because this is my top 10 most anticipated, and the books that I'm going to show you might remind you that, hey, this book is coming out and I might want to check this one out. So my number 1 most anticipated comic book for the 27th goes to, this is pretty sweet, the Justice League Unlimited issue 1. The Watchtower Rises. So the Justice League is all back together, bigger, badder than ever. Kind of reminds you of the old school cartoon Justice League Unlimited. If you guys watched that, let me know in the comments below. If you've never watched it before, try to find it. I don't know if it's on Max. I don't know if you can get it on Blu-ray. Like, I don't know. I'm not like really up to date with where you can watch all these different things, right? But I would suggest watching this series. This is something that was out in the 90s, and it was a really good series, man. So yeah, definitely recommend this comic book, and seeing where this whole thing is going to go. It's just nice to get a Justice League book back once again. It's been way too long, man. You need to have it. And it's cool because you never know who's going to be on the roster or going to be in an adventure each week. So this one is 32 pages and $4. Noteworthy comic books. I'm about done when it comes to X-Men comics. I am gonna stick with the Uncanny X-Men for now. That's the one we're talking about here. Uncanny X-Men. This is issue 6. There's nothing here that's really blowing me out of the water when it comes to X-Men. X-Factor is the true book I truly, really enjoy, right? So do I continue Uncanny X-Men because it's on Uncanny X-Men and you need to, kind of read it to keep relevant and what's going on with the X-Men? I don't know. Then you got Ultimate Black Panther. This is issue 10. Next, we have The Incredible Hulk, issue 19, which it's a solid book. Normally, it would probably be in this top 10, but there's a lot of other great books on here this week. Then we have Iron Man, issue 2, which I'm very much on the fence about that book as well. I think it had potential. I think it was a little bit stronger finisher, so we'll see where that goes. Then we have Venom War, issue 5. That's the end of that. We're going to get the reveal of the new Venom. So who is that going to be? I don't know. He kind of looks like Cosmic Venom, right? Remember Cosmic Spider-Man? All right, then we got Spider-Boy, issue 13. It's another issue with him teaming up with this little Spider-Girl character, which I thought that last issue was fun. I recommend this to a family. Great series. Then we got Dazzler, issue 3. I can't, guys. I said I was going to sing and everything else, but the story for me is just, I don't want to read that. I just don't want to read it. It's going to be interviews and just a song. Like, what's really the point of this comic book? So again, just not for me. If you like it, that's totally okay. And then we got Spirits of Vengeance. I think we're on issue 3 of that one. Then we move on to DC Comics. We have Action Comics issue 1077. I told you guys when it comes to Action, I'm just not buying it weekly. And then we have The Flash issue 15, which I haven't read in quite some time. Then we have the Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, issue 3, which has been a solid story. First 2 issues were really good. And then we have Harley Quinn, issue 45 for the Harley Quinn fans out there. Then if you, for some reason, are reading Power Girl, there you have it. Power Girl, issue 15. There's some nice variants for that. And then we got this cool book here, which I think could be pretty good. This is Black Canary, Best of the Best, issue 1. Love the main cover of that. Then we got these indie comics. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue 4. I liked issue 3, but I don't think it was as strong as issue 1 and 2. And I just hope it doesn't get repetitive. But I'm definitely reading it for sure. Then we have Void Rivals, issue 14, which is always a strong book. But I thought the last issue was a little bit slow. I had a lot higher expectations for that issue, and it didn't deliver quite the way that I wanted. We'll never drop Void Rivals. I think it's a well-written book. It's just sometimes it's slow. Then we got Spawn, issue 359. Same thing, real solid book, but just a slow burn storytelling right now. Then we have Universal Monsters, Frankenstein, issue 4. Followed by Creepshow, issue 3. And then we got Dynamite's Red Sonja, issue 16. And then, of course, you got yours truly's favorite title ever, Savage Dragon, issue 273. And there you guys have it. There are my top 10 and most noteworthy comic books for 11/27/2024. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you're looking forward to reading. And as always, I'm going to leave you more content right here for you to click on. And of course, guys, support the local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting, but always remember, read your comics so we can have great comic conversation. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you real soon.